Hello everybody and welcome back to Saints Gaming and Rock League. Sorry about all those little delays there, just some technical difficulties that we had to deal with on the back end, Steam and Rock League updates and all such entailing that. So yeah, we're back here now. We're going to be Boise State versus your St. Clair Saints here in the best of 5 matchup in the NECC preseason, the last preseason game for both teams as we head into the regular season next week. I'm here joined alongside Nicholas Milosh. Nick, how are you feeling about this game tonight?
Oh man, we already talked about it, but I'm excited. I'm gonna change my prediction. I think we're gonna see Game 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting one there. Both teams, sitting back, relaxing for a little bit more before this game actually does get started, as we were talking about those updates and etc. All the players are now officially in the lobby, and we are just waiting for this game to actually officially begin here now tonight. And the Game 5 prediction, I definitely see where you're coming from there, but I feel like once one team really starts picking up some momentum, we're not going to see the end of it. So let's hope that, if a team's going to pick up some momentum here early, another team can at least answer back. But as of for now, I mean, one big thing that I've noticed for the Saints is you got to make sure that you can at least get a control on, what your opponents are doing here early in this game. Because if you can't figure it out early, you're not going to figure it out.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what, the last time they played, Boise State did have a sub, mind you that. But the first game was close, and then the rest weren't. But I think with the full team, with the full chemistry, I think that it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot better. And here we go for kickoff for Game 1.
Yeah, very, very excited. The kickoff is now through, and it's going to be the side of St. Clair looking to make a move. We will get this HUD on for you guys here real quick in just a moment to show the scores and whatnot. But there we go. Okay, we got the teams up there. The scores will be there in just a second. So as of for now, though, it is going to be the side of St. Clair looking to make a play, and it will go through. NECC will open us up for the Saints. And now going to be a 1-0 lead. 20 seconds into this matchup, they are picking up right where the Gold Rush roster left off.
Yeah, scoring right away. 41 seconds in, or 21 seconds in, my bad. And, ball control. Talk about it. He read it. He landed, got the ball to land on his car and flicked it in. That is a gorgeous shot from NECC. So, again, if you're Saints, you definitely want to start building a cushion. Try to get that early lead, especially in Game 1. Show dominance. Show that you're out here to play, and even though it's preseason, you definitely want them. And that is a huge save by NECC. And another shot on goal. That's going to be an empty net, and Lions is going to score.
Yeah, nobody there to respond for it there from the Saints, which is a little unfortunate. This is what we were meaning when we were saying the rotations had to stay there. Of course, you're obviously not anticipating a shot like that to come through, but it does, and it will result in the side of Boise State finding the goal here to tie this one up at 1-1. And it's similar to last series that we just saw. We find 2 early goals here in the game. And now this time, I really do wonder, is it going to set the tempo for the rest of the series? We'll find out. That's going to be another Saint shot on net. Going to be Kamal this time, though. NECC does find a demo onto Instinct. And so first minute of play, seeing 2 goals come through, and a lot of pressure on the offense from both sides.
Yeah, and I mean, both have their offense. This is just going to be just high above the crossbar, and NECC's going to try and slow this down, trying to read it, get some. He doesn't have any boost, so that doesn't really help out, and that's just a little left of the net, and here comes Boise State with the offensive pressure.
Yeah, Rahman now on the move. He's got the ball, sends it to the corner. That's a decent center. Nobody there to follow for it. And this is basically a race back to the Saints zone, and the Saints now looking to clear this one out. But BSU not going to let them get away with it so easily. Trying to keep this one end zone as much as they can. The shot's there, and a big save from stopping this one to go bar down, or else that would have probably been a goal. And so yeah, a minute 45 into this one. The defenses are slowly coming through here now for the teams, but still lots of opportunities for the side of Boise State. St. Clair having a tough time getting it on the offense, and Gill will find a goal for Boise State. That's going to be a 2-1 lead here now. And it's St. Clair now on the back foot of things.
That is, I mean, you talked about it earlier on the first goal. That is just, for first goal of Boise, that is just brilliant gameplay from Boise State. Coming out here, scoring 2 goals, grabbing that lead. And just like that, they have the lead. And, if they can build a cushion here with the momentum that they have, this could be huge for them and the series.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. Not even halfway through this game, and we've seen a good amount of action here already in this one, so would not be surprised to just keep seeing it come through. But as of now, it is going to be the side of St. Clair. Really, as I was just saying, they are on the back foot. Now they are needing to go and find a goal. The offense isn't looking as clean as per usual here for the side of St. Clair right now. You know, it seems like BSU really devastating some of their plans a lot of the time, cutting them off in midfield. Once St. Clair gets into their zone, it seems like a little bit better, more organized, but the midfield plays, they got to win more of those 50-50s.
Yeah, those 50-50s are key. Like, they mean so much, especially if it means you're going to go on a 2-on-1 or like that. They're going to have an opportunity here, and Gil's going to put it away.
And that was from far, man. Like, that was from their net tap there, and then Gil hits that one right before half. And the curveball just drops right down. He's lucky that didn't hit the post, to be completely honest. Had just the right amount of spin on it. Going to provide a goal for the side of Boise State, now putting them up 3-1. We're slightly over halfway through this game, but now St. Clair, they have more work to do to answer back.
Yeah, and Nitrix almost gets an opportunity there, but Instinct is there. Nobody's back. Oh, there is. Well, Kamal's back. I didn't see him there. I thought that was going to be a 4-1 lead, but that was a huge save, and Saints definitely need to change up something. They only have less than 2 minutes remaining, so definitely need to start something here.
In a position like this, if you are St. Clair, I mean, in hindsight, now you wish you could go back and clean up some of those rotations. But you got to look forward to the future here, right? Clean up these rotations that are moving forward. You know, start now and just try your best to do whatever you can, you know, throughout these next few games as well. But as of now, if you're St. Clair, you got to kind of say screw the rotations and worry about just trying to find goals at this point in time, because there's only 1 minute and 20 seconds left and you're down by 2 right now. Not a nice task. Make it a third almost, but just barely keeping it out of the net. Kamal is able to send that one to the side of BSU, but BSU, it's going to be Instinct already here ready to play off of it.
Yeah, they definitely need to get something started, but the defense from BSU has been unstoppable, and they get a pinch, and Instinct is going to put that away.
Yeah, Boise State right now has been looking really clean. I mean, they found another one there, which is honestly really surprising. Like, I thought we were going to see a lot closer of a scoreline, especially in Game 1, opening us up the series, but it looks like Boise State's just been ready to go. They are locked and loaded, and it's going to be the side of St. Clair trying to play the defense again, and Instinct going to get himself another goal, like, almost immediately after. Going to put the side of Boise State up now 5-1. The green roster is slowly struggling here, Nick.
Again, it's only Game 1, so even though it is kind of a blowout here, you move on to Game 2 and you realize, hey, we got to tighten up our rotations here. We got to play a tighter game. And, you know, got to play a little bit better defense. But again, Boise State is looking good, looking better than last time we've seen. So maybe that the main roster is way better as it looks like it. The chemistry just looks outstanding.
Last time we played Boise, they did have a substitute in play, and that was more towards the mid of the Summer League. So now, as the Summer League has ended and they are back to full force, I mean, I can only assume that, that's 2 points that favor Boise right there. You know, making a lot of your fixes in the Summer League there, as well as also now completing your full roster and not having to call in any subs. Very big for them, and it's definitely got to help result in this 5-1 scoreline. St. Clair, they're a very offensive pressure team, and they haven't been able to put it on the offense all that much this game. You have to admit that has got to be disappointing there for the side of St. Clair.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something. It's a learning curve. They haven't played. I don't know if they weren't expecting this from Boise or whatnot, but they're going to try and put one away here as it's just kind of floating, and they do score. Rahman puts it away, and, you know, a little bit of momentum going into Game 2.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't. At least another goal on the board for you there. Obviously, BSU could have come away with this one as there is no time remaining on the clock. But your side of St. Clair, they'd at least able to, like find that one goal. It's not going to mean a whole lot, but the momentum's there at least for it. But that is going to be the side of Boise, just really coming out here and going crazy. Nitrix, Kamal, and Rahman going to have to do something about it here moving forward in this next game. But only time's going to really tell on what they can do. Boise State, it looks like their defense is strong and their offense is strong. So St. Clair, they really just need to get a little bit more, aggressive towards the midfield to clear it. And they also do have to really commit on these shots a little bit more. But it's hard because they can't really get out of their zone right now as is. I mean, Boise just putting on the pressure that we're typically used to seeing from the St. Clair roster.
Yeah, and that's where the rotations come to. If they tighten up their rotations, they can make opportunities. Okay, we made a save, got the save, and now we're on an offensive pressure. And St. Clair right off the bat looking to open up the scoring. That's going to drop down, and nobody's there to put it away, and Instinct looks to clear it.
Yeah, Instinct was definitely one of those players I had my eye on there throughout that last game. He definitely saw him a lot throughout these replays and whatnot, finding a couple goals and assists and whatever it may be.
7 shots on goal last game for him.
Yes, that's a very, very good stat line there for that one, 100%. So St. Clair looking to, turn the tides here now in this one, but still, after Boise winning that one so drastically, going to definitely make things a lot harder on St. Clair, especially just momentum-wise. Especially when Instinct going to get demos like that on a Kamal, giving a 2v3 in favor for BSU.
Yeah, it's going to go right across the goal line and not quite there, but they have to slow down the ball, take control, play how they play. They play a little bit of a slower, aggressive but slower. So you have to control the ball more, and they just haven't been able to get control at any point. So they do need to slow it down a little bit, try to get their opportunities. That's going to be up top, and Lions is going to open up the scoring again.
Yeah, I mean, Lions, he did a great job last game opening things up for the side of Boise State, and he's going to do it again, finding the first one on the board here in game number 2, going the way of Boise here. And at this point in time, if you're St. Clair, you do not want Boise to build a lead like they did last game. You have to keep it close. So a goal here would definitely be massive. They do go about 50-50 on the kickoff. And it's going to be St. Clair looking to retrieve it here now. Kamal going to play for a little bit of an aerial play, sends it way up in the air. That is going to be one of the BSU players who actually does intercept that ball and sends it over to St. Clair territory. That could be an opportunity for a goal, but Gill going for it, not going to find it. Instinct will be there as well, but will get demoed down. Let's see what happens here if you are from the side of St. Clair. But right now, Boise State, they got themselves some pretty good positioning.
Yeah, Boise State's offense have been looking really good. And, I mean, just the pressure that Boise State is just hitting the players, getting them out of the net, is really opening up their opportunities. They have had a few, but nobody was there to put it away. So, moving on, that's going to be a gorgeous pass in the top, and
wow.
Lions is going to score. That pass from Gill is unbelievable.
Yeah, we're going to see it come through here. Gill just gets the nice little tap off the ground, bounce pass, and it goes right through. Rahman, you can tell, wasn't exactly ready for it, and it's going to be the side of Boise now taking a 2-0 lead here. And pretty early here into this game, too, still. Like, I mean, we're not even really that close to the halfway point yet, and they've already got 2 on the board. So, good stuff there for the side of Boise State, all up to St. Clair now to answer back.
Yeah, if you're St. Clair, this is not what you would like. You don't want them to build a lead, a little bit of a cushion here. And they're starting to slowly, as Instinct gets a demo again on Kamal. It seems like that's who Instinct has been demoing quite a bit, but that's going to be Kamal looking to center that, but can't quite find the ending there, and Boise State back on the offense.
Yeah, I'm not really too surprised. I mean, we've seen Boise State really control the tempo of this game so far. St. Clair, they've been doing a great job saving the consistent amount of shots that's coming through from the side of Boise, but there's just so many of them. So, as of right now, 2-0 is still the scoreline, but this ball seems to always be getting cleared over to that St. Clair territory.
Yeah, I mean, St. Clair has had their opportunities, and again here, that's just a little bit high, and every time they just seem to be not getting there fast enough or high enough. Every time they get to the ball, it's just like, oh, it's over their heads, and they have their opportunities here, and here's another shot, but Boise again, their defense is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. We were talking a little bit in that pre-game before we had a center break, before the Steam updates and whatnot. And I said, hey, what do you think is really going to be St. Clair's kryptonite here in this matchup? And you told me Boise State's defense. It's definitely going to be a problem that St. Clair's going to have to deal with. And you can already tell it's coming to light now as the scoreline is still 2-0. St. Clair is yet scoreless now on the side of Boise State. And they only found 2 there in that last game. So, about in the first 8.5 minutes of play, St. Clair only finding a couple of goals there could cause for a concern.
Yeah, again, like I said earlier, just before this game started, is either team, maybe they should go for more demos, open it up. Boise State's offense, as I say that, Gill's going to put that away, and that's a pass from Instinct, I do believe.
Yeah, Instinct going to run it up here through the side of the field, sends it right out, nice center. Nobody going to be there. Gill was ready for it, though, and that's going to be the side of Boise State now taking a 3-0 lead, and this is when things get a little scary for the side of St. Clair because a 3-point cushion is way different than 1.
Or 2.
Even 2, yeah. like I will agree with you 100%. It's way different than 2 as well because just another goal is just so much of an impact here on a scoreline when you come down to just having a minute left. I mean, St. Clair going to have to get 1 every 20 seconds. Now, make that 1 every 20 seconds. Make that like 13, 14 as you do see this side of Boise State tackle 4th one onto the board. I think this is Boise State's one to win.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Saints, they have to make a reverse sweep. I mean, we've seen it before, twice before on Saints stream, so maybe it's a little something that can happen, but they do need to change quite a bit. And if you want to see that happen, they need to tighten up the rotations and, you know, get the better quality shots on goal.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree once again. And it's
Oh,
Lions finding another. Boise is just farming right now. They started to pick up a lot of goals near the end of last game as well, so they're doing it once again here. About 40 seconds remain, and the side of St. Clair just really don't have a whole lot of an answer for what to do right now.
Yeah, they do not, and Boise State's controlling this game. You know, they're making St. Clair play their game, and it's working in their favor. As you can see, it's 5-0 right now, and it's another great center, unfortunately for Boise State, that nobody's there, but every single thing that Boise State does, the ball ends up in front of the Saints net.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's always there, and that's the thing that's really concerning right now for the side of Boise is the fact, well, not concerning for the side of Boise, concerning for the side of Saints, but it's good for Boise, is the fact that Boise has so much possession time that St. Clair just really doesn't have, like, opportunities to get a whole lot of shots on net or whatever it may be. And that looks like it's going to wrap us up here now. Boise State leading 5-0 in this game number 2. No time remaining. And if you do look at the series count, it is going to be 5-1. Or sorry, no, what do I mean series count? That's the scoreline. The series count 1-0 for the side of Boise State there. But I think now that's going to be 0-second goal, and that's going to put things to 2-0. Yep. Exactly as we were saying, forcing St. Clair to pull off a reverse sweep. Not going to be easy. I mean, every time we say this, these game 2s are going to be your hard ones to, you know, try to come through and win. Because you lose a game 2, you're put in a position like this, and this is a position that nobody wants to be in.
Yeah, again, you can see there's only 8 shots on net, so a lot less compared to the first game. But again, it's quality. They have 5 goals on those 8 shots. So their shooting percentage is up, their scoring percentage is up, which means defense and rotation from the Saints has to be a lot tighter, and they have to be better. If they want to reverse sweep, it's going to be tough.
The shots from Boise State are just looking a little stronger and more critiqued than the shots from Saints Gaming Green. The Saints Gaming roster has just been trying to, like, I won't want to say lobbing it on the net. They've been finding decent shots, but not the quality of shots that the side of Boise State's finding right there. You know, going 5 for 8 on those shots is absolutely crazy. I mean, that's a really good shot percentage right there to actually find, you know, 5 of those. So Boise State looking to do it again. They're up 2-0 in this series, as we were saying. They have the possibility to end things here right now, but St. Clair, they might have something to say about that.
Yeah, if they can tighten up the rotations, I've been saying this all night, I honestly think they have an opportunity, but the passing plays and the shot from midfield, oh man, that's a gorgeous goal from Instinct.
Yeah, so St. Clair and the side of Boise State here now, you know, it's a close one to start us off. It's only a 1-goal game, but Boise State finding one here early could cause for concern here for the St. Clair Saints. But St. Clair just got to retaliate back early here, and this one tie things up slowly. But as of for the side of St. Clair, do we actually see Bobby in? Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I saw here, just over to the corner of my eye. I see Bobby now in this game number 3, rather than Nitrix. So that might entail for a little bit of a change of pace of things, and it does. Rahman will find a goal, and that is going to be a 1-1 game here. Just 38 seconds into this game number 3. And a desperate goal there for St. Clair. You know, they're down in the series. They're down in the game. They needed that one, so they find it. Can they keep the pressure going? That's the question. It's looking like things are looking good with Bobby in the lineup here now. Let's see if it works out well with having him in here.
Yeah, I mean, that's early. That's early for Saints to score. So, again, a couple of demos there. Maybe it was just one there by Lions, which is huge. Unfortunately, they could not get the offensive pressure that they needed, the offensive chances. But again, it's pretty back and forth right now. Both teams had their chances. As you can see, it's a 1-1 game. So Saints looking to try and start some, try and tie up the, I'll at least get one win in the series before they can do anything else.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there, as always. And so now, you know, the time is just ticking at this point in time. feel like we've seen a lot of midfield battles between these two teams here throughout today. And it doesn't seem like we're going to see any sign of it slowing down. So that ball traveling just right in front of Boise State's net, but they will ultimately clear it out at the end of the day. Now heading over towards the side of St. Clair, but Rahman says, no, sir, indeed. I'm going to send this back over to the side of Boise State. Now St. Clair looking to try to find an offensive play maybe. But Boise, they've been doing such a good job of clearing it and getting it out. But just as I say that, Kamal going to fire back with a great shot. Just so close to going in. Barely touches the post there. And it will result in this one staying tied at 1 apiece.
Yeah, and that's absolutely huge for Boise State. To have that not go in, to keep it a tie game, because who knows? We haven't seen Saints with the lead, so that could have changed everything. And I mean, it's just huge. And moving on again, Boise State looking to take a lead here. That's a gorgeous shot, and it's gonna go barred down.
The Saints are lucky to not have that one fall through. So now about halfway through this matchup here, still a 1-1 game. I'd only anticipate that this next goal is going to have a lot of weight in the matchup and could very possibly be a game-winning goal. So we'll find out here in just a few minutes. Great shot on net for the side of St. Clair, but Boise not letting it go through, and St. Clair just shortly missing shy on that one. They're looking to retrieve it and play off of a rebound, though, or something along those lines, but it's not going to work out in his favor. Boise State actually putting the offense down.
That passing play from Boise State was absolutely disgusting. Insane. Kamal's going to drill it in there and make sure that goes in.
Yeah, Kamal pulling off a huge one there, and it was a desperate kind of goal. I don't want to say desperate kind of goal there, but it was a must-needed goal there to keep themselves in this one. You know, they were down in the series and the game. They will manage to tie up the game here now, and now they do actually take a lead. So this is their opportunity to at least make this a 2-1 series, a lot more workable of a scoreline than 2-0.
Absolutely, and you know, if they do pull off this win, and now you're only down by 1, so then you go into the next game having a little bit of momentum. And if you come out with that, the series is tied, and then it's anybody's game. But again, Boise State their offense has been on fire, and their defense, you can't get anything through them. They're lucky with that goal. Kamal had to bury it in there and make sure you hit the goalie, so.
Yeah, and Kamal going to find another demo there to just try to help open up these goalies, as you were just saying. And it's going to be the side of St. Clair just trying to keep a lot more pressure on towards this Boise net here now. I've seen it a lot here over these past couple rounds on how St. Clair really starting to protect the house a little bit here more and try to distract some players that are theirs. But Rahman gonna roll that one through, and the side of St. Clair gonna take a 2-goal lead here now against Boise. And I'm very surprised at how this one went out with just like that much ease.
Yeah, and you know what? That's just a horrible landing spot from the player on Boise. It just landed sideways. It stops your momentum dead. And it's just unfortunate for them. So Saints do take a 2-goal lead here, and you know, maybe this is what they need. But again, maybe Boise State will pull some out in the last 70 seconds.
Yeah, you never know. It's only a matter of time until we find out. We've seen it before. I mean, hey, the Saints were down, I think it was 3-1 there in game 1 of that first series, and came back and were able to win it, or at least they were down by 1 goal or something like that. They forced overtime, came back and threw and win it or whatnot. But Kamal is going to carry on the pace for the Saints here tonight. Now 4-1 for St. Clair over to the side of Boise. And hey, maybe putting Bobby in was the right move.
You know what? Maybe it was. I've never seen Bobby play before, so.
No, I haven't really seen a whole lot of Bobby myself either, but as of now, since he's been in, it looks like it's been working out well. The St. Clair Saints looking a lot better here in this game number 3 than they did in game 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's a new face on the team, so maybe you say, okay, well, let's change something up just to see. It doesn't hurt when you're down 2-0 in a series. And then this comes out, so maybe it's something to do for the rest of this series, and, you know, maybe it calms things down a little bit.
Yeah, I completely agree 100%. And now going to be St. Clair looking to get this out of their zone, or sorry, getting it in their zone and keep it there. But it is going to be the side of Boise State looking to get these clears as per usual. St. Clair, though, putting a lot of pressure around the net. Nothing going to go, though. Gill with a big save, and now looking to take it to the offense. Will do just that, and that's a goal. Kamal, did his like controller die or something? Because he looked really still in the net there. You see Kamal drive around right here. Like I thought he just looked very still, but it's just where he is driving. So BSU, they will manage to find a second one on the board here now. They have about 8.5 seconds to find 2 goals each. So let's see if they can pull it off. But the time is ticking. I mean, you need to find one like right here, right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but very unlikely. And again, Boise State still played good, a little bit of mishaps, but again, it's kind of that thing where the ball's still up in there, so they're going to try and bring this within 1, try to get a little bit of momentum there going into game 4.
Yeah, not a whole lot of weight to it, though. As you were saying, just a little bit of momentum at that point. So St. Clair just trying to get this one to touch the ground here real quick. They actually do manage to get another shot on it, so it's going to stay in the air once again here. And Instinct will find a goal, so it's going to make it a one-goal game. But the thing is with finding goals 0 seconds left, unless it's a one-goal game already, it's just going to end the same way. So your St. Clair Saints are going to take game number 3 here and advance us now to a 2-1 series, still in favor of Boise State. But St. Clair really just took down a big part of that mountain they had to climb, saying, hey, okay, we only need 2 more now rather than the 3.
Yeah, and you don't look at it as 2 more. You look at it as, all right, if we win the next one game they need to win, and then the series is tied up, then it's just best of 1. So they do have a little bit of momentum moving into this next game, as they did, like you said, climbing that mountain. Getting that first win in the series is huge, and maybe they broke the shell, and, maybe they'll see something.
Yeah, we're only bound to see what's going to happen here now in this game. Number 4, I believe that's what we're heading into. And it's going to be the St. Clair Saints green roster. Actually, I was pretty surprised after. Okay, so I saw game 1. I was like, okay, St. Clair Saints is going to dominate the series, whatever. Okay, then I see game 2, and I'm like, okay, well, BSU just really came. Or sorry, I see game 1, and I see BSU just really came through. I was like, so then game 2, I was pretty concerned there. And now game 3 comes through, and St. Clair just doing pretty good work there. Now in that game number 3, giving me a little bit more hope for that St. Clair squad. And they really look like, with that Bobby subbing and with those little changes they made, really looking a little bit better now for the side of St. Clair against this Boise State squad.
Yeah, and you know what? It's gonna be a good game. We've seen Boise State dominate. We've seen, St. Clair not dominate, but had their chances and took advantage of them. So again, I think it's about taking advantage of this series, taking advantage of these mistakes that Boise State does make.
Yeah, so St. Clair now getting into game 4 against the strong Boise State squad, and Boise State saying, okay, let's play this one how we played like the first 2 maps. The last one was a little bit of an off one for them here, but St. Clair, that will fuel a bit of their momentum here, now moving forward and give them a little bit more hope here in this matchup, as they do not have to win as many games anymore. They had to win 3 in a row. Now, knocking it down to 2 is a drastic difference. Bobby with a nice little save there on a shot from Inquisition, or whatever his name was there. And that is going to be now 30 seconds or so played throughout this one. And, overall, Boise still having a lot of possession of the ball.
Yeah, and every time Saints try to do something, it's Boise State going back into Saints zone. So, and again, it comes back to defense. It's just outstanding. And Instinct, he's been on fire. Defense, both ends, scoring goals and saving.
Yeah, you see a stat line right now. He's got a shot and a save under his belt. So, just definitely proves your point right then and there. And it's going to be St. Clair, who's relatively good on the offensive ends. It's definitely a threat for them whenever they do actually get an offensive play. They have to deal with all these players who are very able to play a very hard defensively position. So that's definitely always never some good news there if you are from the side of St. Clair. But they are looking to actually clear out of their zone from the help of Kamal. And does it go through? It doesn't look to be the case. Gill sends it back up.
Yeah, and Saints are just trying to keep it midfield and maybe get it out, which they did. But, the rotations from Boise State have been on point. Like, it's just every time that Saints get an opportunity, there's somebody already back in net. And that's going to be out front, but nobody can take advantage of that from the Saints. And just like that, Boise State's already trying to clear it, but Saints try and make sure they get something going.
Yeah, Gill almost actually put that one in his own net there, but luckily he was able to, resist the temptation or whatnot there. But yeah, so about halfway through this game, almost here now, still scoreless. But hey, maybe my caster's curse can change things on that one. And so we'll find out here in just a couple of minutes. But St. Clair, they're just trying to do whatever they can with the offensive pressure, but it doesn't look like things are working out too well. This might be it, though. Kamal going to line up for one, but not going to go, as we do see the players from the side of Boise State rotate over and knock it away. So now Boise State going to be turning themselves onto the offense. Kamal saying no, though, and sends it right into the corner. And as team's going to follow up of it, maybe a goal. Not going to be the case from Ramen.
Yeah, I feel like the post has hurt them quite a bit in this series, but again, the post is unforgiving, and it's the other team's best friend. So as you can see, but Boise State gets a huge demo on Bobby. Another demo. Oh, that's from Ramen. Evening out the playing field 2 apiece, but you need to demo a few more if you're from either team.
Yeah, I completely agree. And the demos are definitely something to open up the map a little bit more, the game a little bit more. And it's something I haven't been seeing a whole lot of here throughout this series. I mean, usually something I see a lot of here in Rocket League to try to open up the map a little bit more. But it looks as if the side of St. Clair and the side of Boise State have just been doing a lot of the, you know, shoving cars out of the way and whatnot when trying to score goals and et cetera, just because maybe they found it worked a little bit better. Nobody really knows. But a minute and a half remains. Boise State and St. Clair Saints being the only two teams here in this one, just trying to find something to keep it going. But Boise, the big scary thing right now for the Saints is that Boise can just end it right here. If they win this game, it's series over.
Yeah, so Saints have a lot of pressure on them, and we're coming down to the last 75 seconds, and it's still a 0-0 game, so it's anybody's game and still anybody's series. If Saints plays good defense and, you know, gets a good rotation and opens the scoring with under a minute left here, it could change the whole series.
Yeah, I'm going to call it right now. I think the next goal is going to win the game. And that's just how I'm seeing it right now. Time's ticking down. And a great shot there from Ramen. But that will not go. Just hit the post. It's been both teams' best friend here this game. It's helped them a lot and it's hurt them a lot in a lot of these situations. But yeah, I will be sitting here trying to watch these St. Clair Saints, trying to get a play to shove it through, but it doesn't look like I can do it. Boise State is still keeping the defensive pressure on somehow, and that's one thing that's been impressing me all night. Boise State is allowing nothing past their brick wall.
Yeah, and it's been all series that they have not been allowing a single shot to go through. And even if it is, it's just a luck or it's just somebody grinding, making sure it gets pounded in the net. And we're here, the last 8 seconds. This is huge.
We might see a 0-0 overtime. That one will get kicked away from Gill there, sent over towards midfield. Brahman trying to play off it though, but Kamal just going to try to keep this one up in the air, just missing the little bounce there. So we will actually see an overtime. Now 100%. Next goal, going to win the game. But who knows? This could be a 5-10 minute overtime for all we know. Because at this point in time, I mean, St. Clair can't really get past this Boise State brick wall. And Boise State can't really get an offense completely organized right now. Going to make it look tough, but there's the overtime goal. We're going to game number 5. Roman finds one 14 seconds in. Your St. Clair Saints tie the series at 2-2. Boise State and St. Clair are getting into it tonight.
You know what? I'm glad I changed my prediction to Game 5.
Hey, did you pick a winner?
No, I just said Game 5. I'm just looking for a good series, and so far, it's great. It's anybody's series. That game was 0-0 overtime. So right now, it is anybody's game, anybody's series.
That's a big goal to find if you are St. Clair there. I mean, you can see some of the gold players also in the nest, you know, cheering on their fellow teammates on that green roster. Things we love to see, supporting your teammates and whatnot, right? Very happy to see that come through, you know, and you can definitely tell that place was probably ecstatic after getting a nice little overtime goal there to force game 5, but the job's not done. That's the big thing right now. The job is far from done. You still got one more whole game to go through, and these are stressful, low-scoring games, so, I mean, you got to focus up very badly here, because if we looked at that last little game, I mean, one goal can change everything.
Absolutely, and like what you said about the gold team, the gold team's there trying to keep them calm, trying to tell them, hey, you got one more game. It's not over yet. And just like that, that's going to be Lions opening up the scoring.
3 seconds in. Like, look at that kickoff. Lions just followed it up. It was like just a bad touch between 3 or 4 players or whatever it was on the kickoff. Couldn't result in that ball just spiraling back towards the St. Clair net, and BSU going to find a goal 3 seconds in, and that is, like, after seeing a 1-0 game finish after 5 minutes and 14 seconds, wasn't anticipating to see a goal within the first 3 of this one.
And just like that, Instinct's going to give them a 2-0 lead.
If you're St. Clair here, completely forget about those past 2 goals, okay? You're 10 seconds in this game. You have 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. You have a lot of work to still do, and you don't want to have to sit there and just linger on those goals in your mind. It's not going to help you by any means. Think of it as a clean slate. Find 1, find 2, then you actually get the clean slate, and then you can really play from there. But, I mean, if you're St. Clair here now, I would not be surprised if we see a little bit more of these double commits coming out.
Yeah, which I'm very happy. I haven't seen any triple commits on a single ball, so that they did clean that up a little bit. And, I mean, you have basically the full game to work with. Mm-hmm. So if you have a perfect defensive game and score 2 goals, just at least push overtime.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's the goal here. It's just, can the St. Clair Saints do it? Bobby trying to do just that. He will take a demo down on McGill there. but that will only do so much. Lions is here to try to play for an offensive play. A nice little pass to Bobby over there to the side, and they're going to be trying to play off of it, but it looks like the defense is just strong from BSU. No matter what zone they're in, the defense looks good, and you will see a prime example of that right then and there. A beautiful save coming up from one of those players from the side of Boise. Now, a minute and 10 seconds have passed. We're up once again, a low-scoring game besides the first two that Boise scored. It's been over a minute now since the goal has been scored. And St. Clair needing to answer back. I mean, and honestly, I'm going to say they need to answer back kind of soon because with the way this game has been going, you're not going to find 2 goals in, 25 seconds.
No, they definitely need to score one. I'd say within the next minute, to be completely honest. And, I mean, it's difficult to score against this Boise State defense. And they've been a brick wall all night, and they're going to have another opportunity here. But unfortunately, nobody was there to take advantage of that. But again, the offensive pressure as well as defense from Boise State has been outstanding.
I know we've emphasized it so much tonight on how much that defense does, but Lions will find another, proving that Boise State isn't all defense. They can make their offensive plays too, and that's a prime example of that. I think that was Instinct just snuck it across there along the goal line. There was a player waiting on the other end. That's going to be Lions. I think Lions actually has a lot of goals throughout this whole series. Actually, Lions, I've seen his name pop up here quite often. And it's St. Clair now still needing to answer back. They need about a goal every minute here now. Definitely not at the situation you are hoping for. But as I was saying before that goal came through, it's not just as much Boise State's defense. I feel like we've been talking about it a lot here. It has such a big impact on the game because, I mean, if St. Clair can't score, that's a major factor in this game.
Absolutely. And, I mean, Saints, they've had their opportunities. I mean, last game, how many times did they go off the post? Both teams.
Yeah,
it's just unbelievable. It's on target, but just it's not right where they want it. So, again, they need to score They need to score 3 goals, and I'd say they need to score probably within 30 seconds, the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be Instinct just trying to make something happen, right? I mean, at this point in time, you're just trying to funnel a ball into the net. But, and St. Clair just stopped St. Clair from going on the offense of their own. But Bobby's been the one leading the charge. I've seen a lot here. Rahman, of course, going to be following up. And this Kamal following up as well. That's the goal they needed in the next 30 seconds or so, like you were saying. Now they have a little bit more time to work with. 2 minutes, 2 goals. Not that bad. They're following that 1 goal, 1 minute pace that I was said a couple seconds ago there. But, Bobby, I'm seeing him lead the charge here into these pushes, and it's really interesting to see because he's been doing good work helping set up the other guys for goals.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as you're a playmaker, getting these done, getting these plays made, it really helps out the team. And I mean, Saints, they definitely, I said 30 seconds, which we got it, but now you have a lot of time, but you don't have too much time. You have to score. You can't be lollygagging. So
yeah,
again,
you got to always keep that pressure on, just as you were saying, right? I mean, you can't lollygag, right?
Yeah.
You got get into it, St. Clair. Yeah, you got this one. So minute and a half remains. This is around when we're talking. We need to maybe see another goal in the next little bit here once again to try to keep themselves in this one. Like there is still a good amount of time, as we were both saying. But St. Clair need to find something on the offense. They are in the offense territory now. Bobby going to find a nice little shot, but not going to connect all the way through. The rebound comes in from Rahman, but also not going to connect fully. Now Instinct, we're going to clear this one out, and that is long gone. If you are from the side of Boise right now, you are just wasting time, and wasting times in these games will win you games.
Absolutely, and I mean, this is unbelievable matchup for a preseason game.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way these games have been going, this is a preseason. Just wait till regular season. I can't wait, and I mean, Boise State, that's going to be a setup, but nobody's there. Saints trying to get something left. 45 seconds remaining. They need a goal quick.
Yeah, even if yeah, I was gonna say something else there, but no, they need a goal quick. It's 100% certain there. They need one in the next few seconds or so, and it's not gonna really happen when it's in that St. Clair territory. So if they don't get a goal in this next passing drive up here through this one with Rahman and Bobby here, then I just don't see it really coming through. But it looks like they're struggling a bit early into the play. Gill with the clear, and I think that might be the nail in the coffin. Obviously, there's still 15 seconds left, but it's just it's 15 seconds that I don't think you're going to be able to get a whole lot of also offensive pressure on.
No, I think that last play had a little bit of miscommunication from the Saints, but again, both teams, I mean, BSU came out strong with 2 games, the first 2 games, unbelievable. And BSU is going to take the series 3-2.
So we do see Bobby come in. That was a little bit of a shocker to me, seeing that come through in that game number 4. And he didn't do bad by any means. I was just a little interested to see it actually come through like mid-game so drastically. I was wondering if there's any problems there, or if they felt that things might go a little smoother with Bobby in that lineup. Who knows as of right now, but we'll find out that here in not too long. But as of besides the point, I mean, Boise kind of shocked me a little bit on how good, okay, before the game we talked about how good their defense was. We knew that. But how good it really was. I saw come to light tonight. And, I mean, yes, St. Clair, they were able to get some goals on them. But, man, it was definitely not an easy task.
No, and I mean, I'm surprised. What shocked me the most is the offense, how accurate they were. They had a lot of shots, but to go with the shots, they had a lot of goals. So, like game 2, they had 7 shots and 5 goals, something like that. That's huge for a win. So, their offense was ecstatic. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so definitely some stuff to work on there if you're the green roster. But hey, you guys are all in person here now. You got the time in the nest for scrims and whatnot. So they're definitely going to be working on all of those little kinks in their playstyle here. But as for now, that's going to be the last matchup of NECC preseason. Next week, we'll be back with you guys for some regular season action, I do believe. And so we do have a little bit of a schedule ready here and stuff as well. So closing out the stream, we're going to get some stuff out of the way for you guys, get you some information on where you can follow the St. Clair Saints moving forward in the next week or so. So moving forward, tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 p.m. EST, that is actually going to be canceled. So don't mind that Wednesday, September 15th. That Call of Duty match will be canceled. Now, moving forward, the next one will be the Thursday, and that's going to be NECC Overwatch versus Ontario Tech, and that will be at 7 p.m. as per usual. Moving on to the Friday, we got some Rainbow Six Siege, and that is going to be the opening doubleheader, and that's a Friday night. So Friday night, Rainbow Six, guys. Make sure you guys come in and tune in. That'll be a great time over here. And NECC Valorant Fall Brawl going to be the September 19th Sunday. And I think that's around noon. We are not 100% locked in on that time yet. It's going to hover around noon. But in the end of the day, it's going to be NECC Valorant, that Fall Brawl, our Valorant squad making their tournament debut. And they're looking to play off of that one. So now, finally, the last match that we do actually have scheduled on here will be the Monday, 7 p.m., and that's September 20th. And that will be some more Rocket League action in NECC versus McGill University. So those are your schedule here moving forward in the next week. Lots of good matchups there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Valorant. Don't really pay too much attention to these other titles, but moving on, it's you got to pay attention. But sponsors.
Yeah, very, very good stuff. Yeah, so let's take a peek at these sponsors. I know I've mentioned it. I've thrown it in your guys' faces over this past week. We're welcoming Crunchyroll as our new sponsor. It's a very big company, hence why we're throwing it in your faces constantly. So you guys can get a 14-day premium trial for free at crunchyroll.com/Saints. This is essentially the Netflix of anime. I think I just said that correct. Yeah, the Netflix of anime. And Crunchyroll will be a provider for lots of your favorite anime shows and whatnot and series. Whatever you're looking to find there on Crunchyroll, I am assuming you will be able to find it. So check them out and make sure to get that free premium trial if you want to use that site. So yeah, welcome to Crunchyroll. And then of course, as per usual, shout out to our other sponsors as well. We got Tim Hortons, Subway, the St. Clair SRC, and the St. Clair College Alumni Association. They help us all in all different ways. Wouldn't be able to do it without them, so thank you to them as well. And one more thing. Look at this nice little jacket we got going on here. So yeah, if you guys are interested in getting some Saints merch, that will be at acquire.ca/Saints. You guys can get t-shirts, jackets, jerseys, crew necks, hoodies, hats, anything, you name it. We got some more stuff going on there, constantly updating it and everything like that. So make sure you guys are always taking a peek there at acquire.ca/Saints and get yourself some very nice, comfortable, affordable, and some really nice looking apparel. So you guys can get that once again at acquire.ca/Saints. Now back to the cameras real quick. We will close us out here for the night, but a big series here for the side of Boise State and a big series there for the side of St. Clair Green and Gold and Bay State. I mean, every school had a nice little game tonight. They're all close, and the Bay State one in that first really series wasn't as close as we anticipated, but it still was decently close. And, it's going to be 2 great matchups of preseason. And this is exactly how we want to end preseason here tonight, right? 2 great matchups, gets these teams lots of practice, gets them really involved. But I think that is going to end us out here. Any final words here, Nicholas?
You know what? That's a great way to end out preseason is Game 5. Game 5 series. So you can't ask for anything better than that. So moving on to regular season next week should be a great time.
Yeah, so thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in. We really do appreciate it, tuning in to this very intense Rocket League matchups. We'll be back with you guys for regular season next week. Stay with us. My name is Jackson the Pride Brown, joined alongside Nicholas Kermit Malosh, and we'll catch you guys all on the next one.